Okay, so I'm gonna do a couples fast sketch, how to pose characters together, and get the pose down very fast. So we'll use McCree and Hanzo from Overwatch, because they are popular and I like drawing them. Not to mention it's really fun to draw bearded, beefy men. So you can see here I'm starting to get head tilts just with a couple of lines and the positions and size of them. So Hanzo is shorter than McCree. Start to get body masses. Put a shirt on Hanzo so I don't have to draw the damn tattoo. Not that I don't like the tattoo, it just takes a while. And I don't have a while. So, as you can see, the hand posed. When I start out, I don't think about exact proportions. I am trying to keep things within a certain proportional range, but I know that when I'm just trying to get the pose down, I will have to go back and adjust, and I will need to make corrections to the poses I'm doing. And yes, for those of you who have mentioned in the tags, you don't use an eraser. Yes, I do. I will use an eraser. If I've got a line that's off, or if I do something wrong with the face, or I've gone too dark, I will lift it with an eraser. I'm not immune to the rubbers, which sounds weird and condom-like. Apologies for that. Because I love McCree and flannel. McCree gets a flannel shirt. Yay! Not to mention I am wearing a red plaid flannel shirt today, because apparently I felt like dressing like my cowboy. Anyways. Alright, so as you can see, with these basic lines that I've got set up here, Hanzo is looking up into McCree's eyes, and it is at a 3/4 up angle. So you'll see a little bit at the bottom of his chin. Mostly that'll be covered by his beard. And then if you want really good reference points, the eyes and the nose, that's where you position your ear. So like the eye line, let's put the brow line in here. And the eye line is like right at the top of that ear. So getting his eyes correct. And then the nose is usually at the bottom of the ear, so it's just simple little measuring points to use. And then filling in the facial hair. As in my last video, facial hair does follow a certain green pattern. It will go on the planes of the face. So you will see like me following a certain directional pattern. Sometimes you can get away with doing randomized pattern for hair, but that's usually for stubble. And even then, it still has a grain or way it follows. Hanzo, your eyes are being terrible with me right now. Bridge piercing. I like giving him another piercing up here. And then here. Alright, so Hanzo's done. And then McCree, move on to him. He's got the shag going on. We will give him his hat this time. Something with a cowboy, you gotta give him a hat. So again, you want to find where the ear is. I put his ear up a bit too high. And you find your points. So that point will be his eyeball. And if you want the spacing, there is actually like, should be a full eye will fit there, if you can get the spacing right. Do your nose. Beard. Lip bits. Because he's old, he's got bags under his eyes. Yay, scruffy cowboy. Say he's old, he's only 38 or 37. I think he's 37. Yeah. Anyway. I am babbling. So down here, see, eraser. So I'm gonna put McCree's arm in. A lot of what I'm thinking about when I draw as well is economy of line. So I want to get the direction of the main form that I'm drawing down and then not have a bunch of sketchy lines. Sometimes there will be, and that's when I just pick up an eraser. Kneaded eraser works great just to lift some of the scratchy lines. If I'm doing watercolor work, I will use an eraser a lot to pick up all my extra lines because I usually like to just do my watercolor over straight pencil and I don't like to transfer drawings. So I will do a little thumbnail to get the base posing down. Like when I say thumbnail, I mean like it's like this big and it's blocking in the forms like that. So I know basically what my composition is going to look like. And then I go in and I start drawing and I'll start out with how I do this, base forms, and then I'll go a lot slower. So this is just sketching practice and everything, but when I'm doing my watercolors I have to go a lot slower because I have very fine details in my work and very sharp pencils and I'm trying to get very perfect lines, so it does take a while. I'm not Superwoman, even though I like to pretend to be. But, so there you go, there's your couples pose. Remembering that there are forms, so overlaps and everything. So when you are doing couples poses, make sure that you have them touching or interacting in some sort of a way that you can tell that they're touching, because when you're art's an illusion, right? You're trying to make the illusion of these people having contact and that they are 3D forms. So like what I'm doing with the sleeve, I'm bringing it around to make it look like that arm is very full. And with the body hair even, the arm hair, like I'm following a certain pattern of the form to make it look like that's a very full, hairy arm. These hands are freaking huge. You'd think I was a yaoi artist. Cheaples. I don't know, there's some weird meme going around where it's like this artist that draws yaoi, but the heads are like super small and the hands are super huge. It's an old meme. I'm old if you don't know. I'm not that old, but whatever. Okay. Bye. Hey.